In a shocking speech at the United Nations, Burkina Faso's youngest leader, Ibrahim Traoré, delivered a bold 48-hour ultimatum to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, a warning that has stunned global diplomats. What's behind this dramatic move? Why is Africa suddenly at the center of international politics? This is Africa Shows. On September 1st, Ibrahim Traoré took the stage at the UN General Assembly. His message wasn't just a speech, it was a declaration. He called out Israel's policies in Gaza, Western double standards, and demanded action on African sovereignty. But the part that sent shockwaves through the room? His 48-hour ultimatum to Netanyahu, a demand for immediate humanitarian action in Gaza and a ceasefire, or face a wave of African-led diplomatic retaliation. For decades, African leaders have been silenced or ignored on the world stage. But Traoré's fiery address showed the world that a new Africa is rising. To understand why this moment matters, you need to know who Traoré is. At just 34 years old, Captain Ibrahim Traoré became Burkina Faso's leader after a coup in 2022. Unlike many leaders, he refused to bow to Western powers. He expelled French troops, reclaimed control of Burkina Faso's gold, and forged alliances with Mali and Niger. In less than 2 years, he's become a symbol of African independence, a leader unafraid to challenge the world's most powerful nation. But here's the question everyone's asking: why now? Why would Traoré risk confronting Israel and Western allies at this exact moment? Some analysts say he's seizing the world's attention, while Western nations are distracted by conflicts in Europe and Asia. Others believe this is a power move to rally African nations around a common cause, and to prove that Africa will no longer be a pawn in global politics. This isn't just about Gaza or Israel, this is about Africa rewriting its role in the 21st century. In his ultimatum, Traoré's words were sharp. He demanded an immediate humanitarian ceasefire, the opening of aid corridors, and international investigations into war crimes. He warned that African nations could unite diplomatically against Israel, potentially pushing for sanctions or cutting trade deals. While some Western diplomats dismissed it as rhetoric, Israel's delegation reportedly walked out of the room during his speech, a sign that his words hit a nerve. But here's the twist. Traoré isn't standing alone. Behind the scenes, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have been building a new African alliance, one focused on military security and economic independence. If these nations act together, they could trigger a chain reaction across the continent, reshaping Africa's relationships with the UN, Israel, and even global powers like the US and Russia. Reactions came quickly. Western media labeled Traoré's speech as provocative. African media hailed him as a voice of the voiceless. This isn't just news, it's a signal. For decades, African nations have been ignored at global summits. Now, leaders like Traoré are forcing the world to listen. Keep subscribe me for more videos updates, because I am the only one who provides good value to you.